morning, everybody. Oh, I know, I got a story for you. I ain't ready for this, guys. This is something that sounds like something out of the Twilight Zone. At a presser, the White House confirmed that we already have time-space manipulation abilities. And how is it tied to everyday life? We talked about the Mandela effect. We talked about how we are seeing almost like a clash of two universes on the spiritual realm and even on the physical realm. I was right when I said what happened to MH370. It turns out I was right, but how it was done made my head hurt. Okay, basically, the plane ended up ending up into a portal, and then poof, it's gone. It didn't blow up. There was a fire on board that was originally according to the people that did this, which is one of the government agencies, they said there were Chinese, they call them deflectors. I think they meant defectors. But anyway, on board. So the idea was to get them, but not to actually let them get to China. So the plane was, since they knew the flight path that the pilot was going to take, they managed to program the portal to scoop the plane up and move it to somewhere else. But with their technology, they can turn everything to dust. Like I said, it's just weird. And I actually couldn't believe that Gary Franchi even brought it up on the Next News Network, because Gary Franchi normally doesn't cover that kind of stuff, and that sounds like George Norrie. I liked it, but I was kind of stumped, because it was like, if this is true that we've had this time-space manipulation for so long, think of the doggone coincidences of what that would mean. I mean, LHC is already doing micro wormholes. What would happen if we can make it possibly as routine travel, can transport products from point A to point B at the blink of an eye? People talk about the dangers and amazement of what AI can do. Imagine, if you will, got a heavy load of cargo, and you're in a port, and then you basically teleport. The ship goes through a portal, say in the Chinese Sea, and ends up in the Gulf of Mexico as a part of a planned delivery, saving diesel and fuel. Then eventually you're going to get to the point you don't even need ships or planes or trucks. That would be earth-shattering beyond belief. As I said, I don't know what a cold fusion was, so I asked our Gary if he knew anything about it. And he said he does have some understanding of what it is. And I'm like, you gave me a headache this morning trying to figure out how that would all work. It did not go into a portal of plasmoids or scaled up atoms. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Scaled up atoms. But again, it can be used as a weapon. In so many ways. Think about when you want to get rid of something. You basically can beam it away. Just like they would usually, Star Trek mentioned, the way you could beam things into space without recombining them. The ultimate landfill. We are closer to the galactic center, we had a monopoly, a guy with a monocle, beam stern chairs. Tartuse was pink, not greenish, and a cornucopia on the fruit of the loom. Oh, and don't forget the little squiggle in the Ford logo. I'm sorry, I don't remember there being a squiggle in the Ford logo when I was a kid. When the heck did that show up? I always remember the stylized F, but I never saw a line and a squiggle through it. What the heck did that come into being? And yes, the concept of double stuff being with two F's. I remember double stuff being two F's. That's another part of the Mandela effect. I am confused because this is so weird. Our world, as we know it, is changing right in front of our eyeballs. Well, maybe it's a jack of your trade, it sure ain't the jack of mine. I'm seeing more and more of these idiosyncrasy, these inconsistencies. I'm going to use the term inconsistencies in alternative reality events happening everywhere. I don't know. I mean, good morning, David S. How you doing today? It's just strange. So you can admit that the newsy ones are going to be asking more questions about that. Anyway, anybody in the science and technology news is definitely going to go, now, so wait a cotton picking minute. You mean to tell me we've been able to do portals the whole time? Well, I'll be darned. Why didn't you tell us that before? And then listen to some scientists get going and start talking about this strange Hubble technology and go, now, whoa, wait a minute, partner. I don't care what you're talking about. On a political news channel covering this. Talk about a Mandela effect. I mean, for Gary Franchi normally doesn't talk about this stuff. Yeah, what do you think they stole his notes for? Now I understand. The government knew what he was up to. They've known about this stuff since the 1950s. Somebody said there's an obscure law passed by Congress that deliberately has been keeping us in the dark since the 50s. Yeah, it does risk me getting TOS hits. Except I can think of one reason why I like the chat on the screen too, but the problem is that I tried to find a solution to that. Good morning, Hammer Nails. Nad says, why aren't you showing the chat on the screen? We just explain why. The whole Mandela effect isn't a real thing. This is a total scam that was created by a clan of psychology students years ago, and they're still doing it. She don't read it anyway. No, I'm reading it. So yes, I do read the chat. It's just weird though. I mean, come on, it doesn't make any sense. I don't even know if the Matrix even ran this morning. It did. It just didn't. They just didn't prove it. There it is. Oh, there's one of them anyway. I'll put up there. So, well, as you can suspect, he went outside again and enjoyed the nice warm weather. It's going to be high as 17 degrees Celsius today. And tomorrow, Saturday, is still going to be a high of 25. And for the next 10 days, also is going to be easily in the upper teens.
Oh, yeah!
Going to be going outside a lot, I guess, huh? Why not? Yeah, but Nabisco doesn't normally spell double stuff wrong. And our Ford has never had a squiggly in its F. Going through the F like that, looking a little bit like a Leroy symbol. But, I mean, it's just weird, though. Hey, don't forget to put some likes in the like jar, guys. Yes, please. I know some people rush in here, but don't forget to put a like in the like jar. Boop. Good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Sausage biscuits with white gravy. Yep. That's good shit. I remember those from Arkansas. Yeah. Biscuits and gravy. The thing is it's just really weird because, as I said, Gary Franchi normally doesn't cover those stories in Next News Network. That show, clearly must have brought him a lot of views and shares because it's such a weird, out of the ordinary thing for him to bring up. Good morning, Tiger Kitty. Yes, right, I see you. Ancient Dan, I see you. Ryan, I did say hi to you. Yes, I did give Rusty a good pet this morning when he woke me up. Well, that's a good question. It's really not that hard. I mean, yeah, I see your answer. I really wish I could answer your question. I guess, first of all, you can give a like for... Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
The Daily Donut. Love you, Michelle.
I mean, after all, 1, Michelle is consistent. 2, Michelle is always in the same place 3, Michelle's show is always relaxing. 4, the show is always meant to be enjoyable, but not being too saccharine. And 5, you get to talk with other people on the show. I guess that could mean something, right? Panel is open. It's YDU. YDU. Actually, that's cheaper than the most cup of coffees. That's what the price of a Cumberland Farms coffee. Yeah, it's about that. If you can afford to do that every day, I'm not going to complain. Okay. I hope it goes well for you, Tiger Kitty. So what else is our government doing that we don't know about? Where are we getting the resources to make this stuff? It's in the black budget. Don't we all wish we had a black budget we could use to buy whatever we want and not have to report to anybody?
Oh, yeah!
Did you ever just want to say to somebody, that's for me to know and you to find out?
Oh, yeah!
Let's be glad that we don't have the chat on the screen. At least you could always make the comments disappear when needed.
Oh, yeah!
Like the MIB. Oh, by the way, I saw a Bradley yesterday. A female Bradley. She remembered me from the shelter. I was like, oh, I knew your voice sounded familiar. I just forgot your name. I was coming home from Cumberland Farms. And there was this tall woman that with long brown hair. She said, "Hi, Michelle." Ah! Well, I wasn't too surprised. I was like, "How you doing?" She said, "Don't you remember me from the shelter, or is it the soup kitchen?" I think she said it was the shelter. Oh. No, I don't remember from a shelter, but soup kitchen sounds familiar. Maybe there too. Everything was really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a female one. I said, I know a male Brad on my show. Yeah, of artery. One of the more dangerous situations you can get into. Nah, she looked very, she was very tall and lanky, but she was very friendly to me. And kind of cute. Yeah, she definitely looked cute. Oh, what I want to do, I'm trying to find a working DVD reader so I can play these Scientology discs and rip these into the computer. And then I got some music CDs in the mail that came some time ago. From the Kenneth Copeland Love Confessions and Power of Love. These are music CDs. Activating the power of the love of God through the spoken word. And this is a music CD. Okay, so everybody come on panel. Hold on a minute, please. Noodles, how you doing?
Hey, Michelle. So I don't know if you noticed the post I put up about you, how we're at war now, me and you. We're no longer friends. And we're fighting now.
We're not fighting.
Yeah, I know, but Michelle, you're supposed to be like, oh, that stupid Noodles, and tell people to unsub from my channel.
No, I'm not going to say that to people. Because it's not true. I don't see you as stupid.
Oh, Michelle, come on.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you think about what this Gary Franchi pulled up from a presser from the White House? I thought that was really, really unusual.
Why? What happened?
Well, one of the science people confirmed that we have the technology to manipulate time and space in a presser.
Yeah, I mean, I told you this a couple weeks ago that these scientists in Italy came out saying that they froze time. No, they froze light. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember that you told that
They
to me.
froze light. This has been Michelle. I've been trying to explain this to you guys that there's technology out there they don't want you knowing about, and when they do want you knowing about it, it's kind of alarming. So, for instance, we had all those drones over Manhattan, all over the East Coast. Turns out that what they were doing was they were testing out a new bomber.
Yeah.
A new bomber. I mean, I told you guys, once you find out what it is, you're not going to want it over your houses.
I don't want anyone to mass unsub from anybody. I don't really think that's it. I don't want to see that happen.
Michelle, it's okay. It's okay.
No, I know, but those drones were also kind of unusual because the government actually finally admitted that they were behind the drones. Which solves one problem, because it would make sense how they were able to get in American airspace in the first place.
Well, they were given permission. That's the one thing that everyone leaves out, that the FAA or the FFA, it's the FAA. No, it's the FFA, right?
FAA, Federal Aviation Administration.
Okay, well, they gave these people permission to fly these drones. They're just not telling you what it is.
Right,
but Trump comes out and says that Boeing...
They were government drones, so yeah, FAA gives permission for government operations.
Right, so what happened was there was a release. President Trump came out and said that they have a new bomber that was developed by Boeing, and it works in unison with drones.
Yeah.
So
it's probably due to surveillance and reconnaissance.
Right. I mean, Michelle, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would love for them to come out and say, hey, listen, there's something better than us out there, and they're friendly and they're nice, but that's not going to happen, Michelle. That is not going to happen. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Imagine if there was a race of whatever out there that could manipulate everything, Michelle, and we found out that they exist. You understand what kind of fuckery is going to go on when that's known? No. Michelle, it's going to...
All I know is that our government is probably the one that's been putting their fingers in the pie more than any ET has been.
That's what I've been telling you. I've been telling you this. I said, once you find out what's been flying over your house, you're not going to want to know. You're not going to want it flying over your house. They don't want it, Michelle. They don't want to tell you any of this. There's a reason why there's billions and billions of dollars missing in these federal budgets. And it's because it's all these black projects that they use to develop stuff and to kill people with. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. It seemed like somebody at the Pentagon must have known. But apparently the other departments didn't get the information, or at least not the man doing the presser. I actually think, again, it's part of the black budget thing that we have this. The Pentagon has this black budget thing where they can go to Congress and ask for money, and they don't have to give them the reason why.
Well, they don't have to make it. They don't have to make it public.
Right. They don't make it public, but even some of the Congress guys probably don't know what's going on either. Unless they're part of the Armed Services Committee, which probably does have a good idea what's going on.
I have a theory, Michelle, and I'm sticking with this. I've been saying this for a long time. We, as human beings and as citizens of the world or whatever, or the United States, we're living in the Stone Age compared to what the technology that they actually have, that they could use, that we could use. We're living like cavemen, and we don't even know it. The higher ups have all this technology, Michelle. You know what I mean? I had a friend whose father-in-law was a senator or a congressman, and he told me a spooky story about how his father-in-law found out that he had prostate cancer from the federal government. The federal government knew that he had prostate cancer before he did. He never went to go see a doctor to get checked, and they told him that he had to get treated. They know this stuff, Michelle. It's very spooky, but they have stuff out there that you don't know about, and they don't want you knowing about it. And when you do know about it, it's a toy at that point.
I think somebody else wanted to come up on panel, but I didn't hear the ringer dinger. So if you want to come up, dinger's Tiger Kitty. Yeah, but it's just so bizarre that one guy said there's a law in the books, an obscure law that allows them to keep information from us, and it's been in the book since the 1950s, keeping us behind the eight ball, so to speak.
Michelle, the federal government can lie to you all day. You can't lie to the federal government. That's the way it's set up. You lie to the federal government, they could lock you up for 20 years. A federal employee can lie to you all fucking day. All fucking day. The police can lie to you all fucking day. You know, it's just, that's the way it's set up. They set you up for failure.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that related to what the guy said about when he was in Area 51? He was a contractor, I forgot what his name was, Davis or something? As it turns out that maybe he's right about Area 51 was doing.
Well, I kind of feel like why would they allow someone like that to live? You know how easy it is just to kill someone, Michelle? Just to get rid of them. I mean, seriously, like they have. Do you remember when people were spontaneously combusting in the United States? Whatever happened to that?
I haven't heard too much about spontaneous combustion lately.
Yeah, nobody. It's like a thing of the past. But people used to spontaneously combust. How? Like, well,
Bob Lazar, thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. Yes, Red, you're right. Bob Lazar. What he said was, people for a long time couldn't determine if he was telling the truth or if he was making up a story. Given what's going on, I don't think it's a story. I think he's telling the truth.
I don't know, Michelle. I just don't understand how you can't kill someone like that. You know, we kill people all the time in these planes, like, you know, car accidents, etc. I mean, even if they just wanted to say he was murdered. I don't know.
Bell and this Coast to Coast AM show covered this stuff so much, but it's just kind of amazing when you think about it. Art Bell and Coast to Coast AM covered this. It's how Bob Lazar actually got a lot of recognition. And the government doesn't like the fact that he started talking about stuff like this because they realized that he actually knew more than he was supposed to tell anybody. So they did a smear campaign to make him look like he was an idiot. But then what was mentioned on the presser picked up by Franchi there was totally, on Gary Franchi. was like totally a bombshell and a presser. That only means you indicate that maybe there is more to Bob Lazar's story than he could even tell us.
So much. No problem. Okay, thank you.
No, it's not fake. It makes sense when you think about it. Everybody's bone structure is going to be unique. Because sometimes when we have the gross colored glasses on, we think everything is so easy. But I'm seeing through this crap. I really am. I'm seeing through it. And Noodles, you and I both know you're in an industry that
Can I ask you
you
to talk
kind of
coffee?
see some of this
Can I
stuff
have sugar,
every
please?
day, but you can't talk about
Yeah.
it.
Just two, please. Sorry, Michelle. I'm getting coffee right now. Hold on.
Okay. Happy Easter, put it at.
175. Yeah.
And then of course remember also a couple of years ago, or 2 years ago, when they did the UFO investigations, that they found out there's a lot of things that the United States government isn't telling us. So the fact is that we do have alien technology, alien
Thank you.
spacecraft, and undisclosed contractors' locations being reverse engineered.
Hey, Michelle. You know where I am today? I'm out in Queens. Where's E? What happened to E?
I don't know where E is today. I saw her yesterday though.
Well, I'm out in Queens right now, and I don't know where I'm like E. I'm like craving some E right now. I just don't know where she is. I think it's very strange that E's
Yeah.
not around the day I'm in Queens.
Yeah, it's just really weird though, Noodles. You see what I'm saying though, right?
All right, say that again, Michelle. Say that again. I wasn't
I
listening.
said you work in an industry in the government as a contractor. You probably see things you will never be able to show me, never be able to share with me because of
Well,
NDAs.
all right. So, for instance, I was just, I'll prove it to you. I was just at the Board of Elections in New York. I'm not allowed to show you anything except for this pen right here, Michelle. It is
Okay.
illegal. It is illegal for me to show you anything else other than this pen. Okay. Um, I could show you stuff, Michelle, but I might go to jail. You know what I mean?
Right. Or worse, disappear without a trace.
Right.
Yeah.
But Michelle, they make it so that when you work for the federal government, they make it so that you do a very specific thing and you have no access to anything else. So, for instance, if I was to tell you that the federal government installs certain products in their buildings for certain reasons, that's as far as it goes. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with it. You know what I mean?
When you say compartmentized, you might only be like working in a single room, while an electrician may be working in another room, waiting for the piece of conduit or whatever you're running through the wall, so he can connect whatever he has to connect on his side of the wall to the system. So you have no idea what they're connecting, other than you know what the signals are they want it to cover, and that's it. You don't know what it does. You don't know anything about it. It's called compartmentization.
Yeah, that's how they build these planes that they don't want anyone knowing about. They have them building these parts. They have them assembling. Certain people assemble it. Certain people ship it out. You know, they don't know what they're shipping. They don't know what they're putting together. They
So,
have no
like for
idea.
this example, the electrician may drop in the electrical connections. They may run the conduit through the wall, told that the pipe or the conduit has to be a certain length, going through the wall. They run it through the wall, and then at the same time, the electrician on the other side doesn't necessarily know where the power's coming from, but knows what they're supposed to connect to that exact specific conduit. And
Yeah.
then they may send another cable back to the first electrician, through another hole to say, connect this to panel number 4, at a 208 volt high lag. Again, the electrician number 1, the one that ran the first conduit, just says, okay, fine, I'll run it to 208 volt high lag. They don't know exactly why they're running it. They just know they just got the instruction and that's all they do.
Well, they could. So, for instance, like they probably know what they're running it to and why they're running it, but they don't know exactly what it's being used for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That very well may be true, Red Work. It used to be, obviously, a place for aircraft technology. There might still be. A lot of Area 51 is underground for a lot of reasons. Number one, to keep out of the Nevada heat, for one thing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Nevada heat. And the other reason is that there's underground facilities there where they do research.
And the other reason is, Michelle, it's very easy to detect anything throughout the desert. They can detect anything from satellite, anything in the sky, anyone crossing a desert, anything like that, Michelle.
Well,
They
that's
can't
another
hide
reason
in a
why
tree.
probably a lot of Area 51 is underground. Because you don't think Google's mapping satellites are not always floating overhead? They probably know exactly where they are when they're coming, and they make sure everything that's suspect is covered or out of the way when the satellites come by to scan the Earth below.
You know, my grandfather, Michelle, during World War II, there was a lot of digging in Alaska for these underground communications throughout Alaska, and what he told me was that there were humongous
Which brings
tunnels.
up another thing. What's the story with the Black Pyramid in Alaska? Remote seers said they see a black pyramid in Alaska manned by aliens and humans. What's the story with that? Why would there be a black pyramid in Alaska?
My father had an interesting theory on aliens, that the fact that time travel is a thing that we all think about. How do we know that these aren't time travelers? My dad used to tell me this when I was a kid. He thought the same thing about Jesus Christ. He thought that Jesus Christ might have been somebody who had this knowledge of something that came back and, did all this weird stuff. It wasn't a human. It wasn't like us, And
how did this story of burying Donald Trump go back to 1898? Donald Trump wasn't alive in 1898. I mean, his great-grandfather may have been, but he wasn't. So how did that book end up in 1898?
Michelle, I think that a lot of, we have access to this thing called the internet now, and you don't even know it's real or fake. You have no idea anymore. Someone can say that they have this one book.
Right, that's where the Mandela effect is coming up. You're seeing it every day. When do we start getting this squiggly, for example, in the Ford logo? And right below the main F part, the main cover of the F, we see this little line and a little squiggle. When did that come in? I don't remember that being in the Ford logo. I mean, there's a lot of strange stuff out there. And we're seeing history change, and the other example was, one was double stuff ever with just one F. I remember double stuff having two F's in the name from Nabisco. So, there's a digital Mandela effect going on. It's like there's a clash of two dimensionals at the same time. And of course, everything being on the internet, how can you find out which is telling the truth and which isn't?
All I want to know is, where's this E? I'm in Queens right now. E, in Forest Hills, E, in Forest Hills.
Right.
I know she's watching. She doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, did you hear that Justin needs permission to go to the East Coast Slingshot tournament from his aunt, and she's not giving it to him?
No, I don't know anything about that. But why wouldn't his aunt be giving him permission to go?
Because he's not a real man, and real men don't need permission, but Justin does. I find that very strange.
I don't know what the story with his family is. Is his aunt kind of responsible as his caregiver or his conservator kind of role?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that Justin has a conservator, and he's not allowed to go to the East Coast Slingshot tournament by himself.
So then obviously she doesn't want to travel with him because she doesn't think it's worth the time.
Right, nobody wants to travel with him. That's my point. I was the only one that was willing to do this, and you heard him say this himself, that he was just using me for the ride, that he never liked me, he actually despised me, and all this stuff. And now, now he's got no
Wait,
ride.
he
So good for you,
told you
Justin.
that? He told you that?
He said that on your show.
Oh, okay. And so let me ask you in the same question how you feel about Justin. Be
I think
honest.
Justin's starting to come across as a con man. I think he is a pathetic liar, to the point where it's like, Justin has a lot of issues in his life that could be easily fixed, but he throws in these lies
And
and he
how would
changes the
you fix
subject.
him? I mean, he's not a pathological liar. I don't see him as a pathological liar, but he does have issues in his life, yes. But how would you fix his problems?
Michelle, first he's got to get right with the state. He needs a mentor. He refuses to get one, and he's living in La La Land. The reality of it is that he
He's working
can't
with
go.
you and Sherry Jackson. So he's
And Sherry Jackson's got her own life going on.
I know she
Justin,
does.
yeah, Justin has to understand that people have their own lives. They're not going to drop everything for Justin to go out to the slingshot tournament. Justin has to go down to Baltimore, get a bus from Baltimore, right, and take it out to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then he has to have someone pick him up in Pittsburgh and drive him out to Alverton. Now, the trip alone is $160 round trip. He doesn't even have that. He doesn't even have $50. It turns out the $50 that he was talking about doesn't even exist, from my sources.
I don't know. It's just I mean, I personally think he's a pretty decent guy. I don't really see him as a liar. I see he's got a lot of desire to do a lot of things in his life that maybe sometimes he may, have his priorities may be a lot different than mine. Iron Wire said military bases have biolabs because of the threat of warfare. They have scientists and labs set up in case the need to combat biowarfare. Yeah, I know that. Justin said that on his live stream too. Okay. Well, either way, I do find it kind of interesting with Justin, and his priorities are different than mine. I don't think he's a bad man. I think
Well,
he's
let me ask you a question, Michelle. If I was just using you, and I told everyone that I was just using you, and then I actually really hated you, what would you think of me? You think I was a good guy?
I don't see you hating me.
No.
Because you truly
If I
hated
had
me,
said
you
that,
wouldn't be up on.
that I'm just using you, all right, and I don't really like you. I despise you, actually, and I was just using you to get a ride somewhere. What would you think of me?
If you said that, I mean, in this example, if that was said to me, I'd probably be a little bit upset about it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't think very highly of me. You probably wouldn't want to help me ever again, or be a part of my life. I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a part of
Well, I
someone's
mean, I
life
would
that just.
definitely tell them. I would say to them, "Nice, thank you for being honest with your mo." You know, but it don't make me happy to know that I'm nothing more than a pawn in your chess game, kind of feeling. I definitely would feel very violated and very hurt. You know,
What kind of
to
person do you
realize
think
I'm
I'd
nothing
be?
more than a pawn in your divine chess game that you're trying to do.
All right, but what would your opinion be of me? Would you think I was like a trustworthy person? Would you ever want me to like, have access to your life? I mean, it's like I don't know, Michelle. I mean, this guy isn't right in the head, and I don't care how many times he apologizes. He's not. In my opinion, this I'm done with this guy. I'm done, and I don't think his apologies matter anymore.
Yeah, well, like I said, with YouTube though, sometimes you can't really be sure if there's something that we're missing in the equation, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what that means, but
Um, well, what I mean is, on YouTube, there's always this kind of, is it real or is it just for or ratings kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, Michelle, listen. When we go out and do stuff, right? It's for YouTube. It's to make you money, Michelle. I don't have to make you money. I don't have to help you with anything. You know how to do it, right? You don't
yeah.
need me coming out there, right? If I want to hang out with you, Michelle, I'll hang out with you. Sometimes I come out there, we hang out. You don't make any money. I mean,
Uh,
I do it because I like you, Michelle, and I think you deserve better. And I think that there's certain things that.
well, I think the one thing you kind of forgot, Noodles, is not just money. I mean, you're thinking, all I want is money. That's not necessarily the case. I want more than money. I want to do more activities for enjoyment. I don't necessarily want to do the same old routine every day. It's kind of like this song, "If You Like Pina Coladas," right? It's like you
Yeah.
do the same old song every day. Everybody knows I get up about 9 o'clock. Everybody knows I do a show 10 until about whenever
Right.
1.
Everyone knows that you don't give a shit about anyone else's live stream. Everyone knows that you can care less if Bradley's live or not. Everyone knows that you don't promote anyone else's channel. Everyone knows this, Michelle. Yeah.
I haven't been to Bradley's show yet. I gotta go. I
Yeah,
gotta
you
go
never
back
been
and
there.
check out.
The guy's been in your channel. I don't know how many fucking times. The guy told you the other day that he was live, and you said, "Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I
Tell
know.
everyone to come over here, Bradley."
I gotta go check out Bradley's show or his replays. I will definitely have to look at those. I promised him I would. Um, I can't see. I can see Slingshot Warrior tiptoeing through the tulips. Probably not. Okay. Comedy Flu's coming on. Hold on a minute. Let me get over here. Click on him. Admit one. Oh, Comedy Flu, how you doing?
Good. Hey, Dave, that was pretty funny with the everybody knows you're not going to do this, so you're not going to
Yeah,
do that. We all expect you to do nothing, Michelle.
yeah. It's not even up for debate. Michelle doesn't give a flying fuck about anyone here. Right? If you have a channel, Michelle will never be there. Michelle will never fucking talk about your channel. Michelle will never promote your channel. But Michelle will always have you up here to use you for content.
Yeah. Well, that's why we call ourselves the hostages, Dave.
Right.
Thank you again, Hammer Nails. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hammer and Nails. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a coffee right there, Dave. That's a coffee.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget one thing, guys. This is the thing that you might want to remember. At the same time,
Michelle, you're the best.
oh, thank you very much, Hammer Nails. I do appreciate everybody.
Oh, we know.
I also, unlike Noodles, I don't my whole life does not revolve around YouTube and being on screen all the time. I do a lot of things
What are you
behind the
talking about?
scenes.
Wait. What are you talking about?
She got off track because she thinks there's underappreciation. Michelle, we appreciate everything. What it is, though, is you never give shout outs to other people's channels, or you don't know when other people are going live. You see what I'm saying? That's all Dave's really saying.
Wait, Michelle, and the other thing is, like, yes, Michelle, we see you going to Cumbies. We see you fucking playing video games. We see you, like, talking about computer. What do you mean your life isn't about YouTube?
Yeah, but I do a lot more behind the scenes too that we don't show.
What do you think? What do you think, Michelle? That I'm showing everybody everything that's going on in my life?
There'd
I
be
mean,
too much graphic content for that, Dave.
for example, like I've been doing my best to become more familiar with voiceover and other, accessibility technology that is available to me to make my life easier. Because I do find this stuff fascinating. That I can make, for example, my screen gargantuan, or I can make it teeny, or I can, So I've been trying to cover more of that. Come on.
What?
I got lost again. Dave, what do you ask? I forgot already.
Yeah, I know. Like Michelle, you go live all the time over frivolous shit. Like I mean, no offense, but like I would love to plow the fuck out of Gaming Fairy, but the last thing that I want to do is watch you and Gaming Fairy play video games.
Well,
maybe try do a show with Gaming Fairy and you putting on bikinis or something like that, trying on bikinis.
Well, that might. I don't know. That might be an option one day.
Who wants to watch you and Gaming Fairy play fucking video
All right.
games?
So let's change the scene.
Hey, Noodles, you got a new option on the board.
All right, let me show you a little bit more exciting scene. I don't know why I got stuck up on the screen like that. Oh yeah.
She said that's a possibility, basically, Doodles. So she didn't shoot it down.
Yeah.
I mean, I just upgraded my technology. My new software for OBS originally because I was going to use the Apple live captions, but I thought we needed to use the newer OBS, which I enabled the new OBS, which I guess the kitty got stuck. I don't know if that's because of the software or what, but it's just weird. No, it's fixed because I switched to a different scene without the kitty.
Like how tight would one of your moo-moos be on Comedy Flu? That's what we get. When Comedy Flu comes out there, you got to have him try to put on one of your moo-moos. We want to see how much bigger he is than you, Michelle.
David, are you going to be shocked when it just fits okay?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get that.
Like a t-shirt. It's gonna fucking fit on you like a t-shirt.
Well, you can see my muchacho's pretty good through this.
Her muchachas. Dave, she's showing your titties.
Oh wow, Michelle, thank you.
Yeah. I lost a little bit of weight.
Not that much.
No, but I'll take it I got.
Don't lose those side bends or sit-ups. I'm sorry, I had to. It just came to my brain.
Look at those obliques, Michelle. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty bumpy.
Yeah, when he said that bullshit, though, when Justin said all that bullshit, I'm like, how could Dave let this be forgivable? There's no way in hell I would let anybody get in my car talking that mad shit he's talking.
Yeah, I mean, I emailed someone because someone was concerned about it. I emailed and I said, listen, I can't do this. No more. Justin's got to be a big boy. Justin can do this. Justin, figure it out. But the problem is, Justin ain't going anywhere because he's got to ask for permission from his aunt. Yeah. I just want to let everyone know the situation over there. So if you guys think that Justin is going to miraculously get $1,000 or something like that and head out there, he still needs permission from his aunt.
But she already said no.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know anything about what his aunt thinks about all the stuff the slingshot warrior does too. I mean, she probably.
I have a feeling that they don't even think he's on YouTube anymore. I think he told them that he's not doing YouTube. He's so this is what kind of guy he is, Michelle. He'll tell you that he's not doing something, but he really is. He's like one of those. And he changes the subject really fast, like him giving all that money to those Thai or Filipino women. That didn't stop. Like he's still talking to these women, and we caught him last month when he got caught up in that sextortion scam. I mean, this is the kind of bullshit that we got to watch out from this guy, Justin. You know, and fucking dude, grow the fuck up.
Well, I don't.
Sextortion.
I don't understand a lot about things about Justin's backstory because I don't know his full backstory. But anybody
Okay, so if anyone wants to know about the sextortion story, Justin was on Facebook. He was contacted by a woman that had very big breasts. He got in conversation with her, said he never saw her. It was just like a video of her, and they were chatting back and forth through text. And she said, "Can you please get naked for me?" So Justin got naked for her. And then after Justin got naked, they said, "If you don't give us $3,000, all right, that we're going to send these pictures to your family members." All right. Justin jewed him down to like 300 and then called the FBI. That's the story.
really.
Yeah.
Well, it seems logical because they generally whatever they can
Oh,
get, that's what they'll take.
That's what that person wanted them to do was pay originally $3,000. That's weird. Well, he doesn't have $3,000.
He doesn't even have 300.
No, I know he don't. Good morning, Golden Girl. How you doing today? How does he get the money to buy all the stuff that he has?
There you go. Now you.
Yeah, Michelle. He gets subsidized by the state of Maryland to live in a house, Michelle. And Michelle, I think he gets some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I understand that, but I've been in this house. It's a pretty nice house set up in there. I mean, you got. I
really
nice
think, Michelle, you should move in with him. That would be a great.
Right off the kitchen, you got a nice back porch. You got a. I have not been on the second floor. Got a little living room. It's in a condo.
All right. Noodles, let's say she did move in with Justin, right? Let's just theoretically say this. When she does this, how often are you now going to see Michelle because Justin's a real piece of work?
No, Michelle's going to have to meet me at the Walmart. I'm not stepping foot near Justin.
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever be able to actually physically live with Justin. I mean, if he's anything
you have to walk down Razor Strap Road, Michelle, to the Walmart. Meet me there.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
That's the road that Justin has to walk down. Razor Strap.
Paying attention. Yeah, she wasn't paying attention.
You don't see, Michelle. You don't watch Justin's channel, so you don't know. You're too busy. You're too busy following that friggin' that Dune Coon or whatever the hell it is, Patroya J.
Oh, I actually did not. I did check on Patroya J yesterday, but I didn't really watch much with it. I just looked at her channel to see what's been going on. She changed her hair to pink now. Pink. I thought that was kind of weird.
When you throw out your random tidbits that just hit the hammer on the head of the nail, do you just have a hat that says "throw this one," or how do you just pull the magic out like that every now and again?
It's the truth. You just use the truth.
Oh, okay.
This shit you can't make up, Comedy Flu.
Well,
like the marinating socks. You can't make that up.
She's making socks too. Leave her alone.
That's an interesting way. They never thought about that, but so I guess the logo for the woman for Esurance, Aaron Esurance, must have problems too. They got rid of her as a logo. So does that tell you? It's true.
Michelle, I would like for you to publicly come out, tell E right now because E's watching. E, I'm in Forest Hills right now at the Plaza, Cadman. Oh no, the Dental College, Plaza College in Forest Hills. E, if you want to meet up, E, Forest Hills, Plaza College.
All right, Michelle, you got one
That's
job.
where you
Tell
are
E
right
to-
now, Noodles.
Yeah, where's E? He's been begging to meet up, Michelle. Oh, I'm in Queens right now. I can't make it out there. Oh, I'm here right now, E. I'm here. And guess what, E? I won't leave. I won't leave until you get home, E. I'll stay here all night, E. Let's meet up. It's Friday night, baby.
Yeah.
It's Friday days.
Yeah, right. I can see your point. That's because
Hey, if you
pink
stay
hair
there, you might
is
just go to
not
Saturday Night
natural
Live
hair
too,
color.
Dave.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning, Galaxy Eyes. How you doing today?
Somehow you walk through the studio, you get a
Lovely
walk
eyes,
on part
actually.
Dave. You're like, and welcome to Saturday Live.
Yeah, welcome to Saturday Night Live. Yep.
So tonight
Michelle
we're going to be
MarieDalene.
playing Turtle
Hell
Well
yeah.
again. Me, Gaming Fury, and of course Michelle can join us. And Jantix right now is still in Turtle Wow. She does have the link for tonight. It's FRP. I don't know if Jantix is going to be on with us today, but if Jantix comes on, she's more than welcome to join us in chat. Maybe join us in Aberdeen.
So let me explain something to you, Michelle. Remember that guy John that I wanted you to meet that owned the diner in Jersey, and he was saying that Beyonce was going to be there. You know that you blew that, right? You could have made friends with John. John could have had you there, Michelle. You could have met Beyonce. You could have done the live stream.
We tried
But
to go
the
there to the diner, but it was closed. Remember?
Yeah, but I told you to reach out to the guy. The guy said he wanted to do an interview. You didn't do it. You never did it, Michelle.
You never did it, Michelle.
Yeah.
And Beyonce was there, Michelle. God damn it.
Well, I don't know if Beyonce is necessarily that good of a person to talk to, from what I've heard.
She's a Virgo.
Yeah, you could have been talking about
Yeah,
Controy
she's a
J to
Virgo,
Beyonce.
but she's also kind of an interesting situation since she knows something about Diddy. Yeah,
She's the new face of Levi's jeans, Michelle. Beyonce.
Yeah.
And she's still got a perfume, too.
I know she probably does, along with a few other things. I did hear one of her pieces of music that sounded kind of interesting, sounded very seductive. I forgot what it was called. She's talking about getting intimate with people in the song. Which did interest me, the words.
Well, Michelle, listen, I told you, Michelle, I've been telling everyone this. You got to strike while the iron's hot. The iron was glowing hot, Michelle. You didn't strike. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the diner, what happened to it in the end? Because did they finally get the exhaust situation fixed?
It doesn't matter, Michelle. He'll let you in there. You know, you say we're live from the Benedict's Diner.
Okay.
No, Putty Cat, I don't. I just said she has one.
Comedy Flea uses Beyonce's perfume. I don't know. Maybe he uses Michael Jackson cologne. Actually, that's an interesting claim. Question: what would a Virgo perfume smell like? Bleach.
Yeah, bleach in your car.
The car is disgusting. What the hell?
Yeah, just bleach in your car.
That's the worst cologne ever.
Yeah, it's the 20th century patchouli.
That's like putting on Aspen. That's the only thing worse than the car is Aspen. Ugh.
Really?
Yeah, we used to call Aspen fucking ass crack because who wants to smell like that shit?
I don't really understand exactly how wrapping is done. I've seen it done on videos on YouTube. My Dell Precision was wrapped.
My own ambient.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle, I got to get back to work. I'll probably come by later if you're still around. All right.
Have fun, Dave.
Bye.
Bye. Michelle, he said he's going to come by later if you're still on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll still be on. Yeah.
Probably means he like 3 o'clock or so. Who knows?
No, but really, what do you think a Virgo cologne would smell like? Honestly, I do think it's.
All right. There's going to be a little bit of lemon in there. There's going to be a little bit of
Maybe a little bit of pine scent in it. Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit of a bleach in there.
A little bit of lily in
maybe
there.
Some rose water.
Oh yeah, rose water. Might as well throw the lilac in there too. Fuck it.
Yeah, lilac definitely.
That'll mean Golden Girl won't like it at all. Ew, lilacs.
I wonder what a Taurus cologne would smell like. Taurus?
Bullshit.
Maybe.
No, it'll smell like cigars and leather. That's what it'll smell like. That'll be perfect.
Well, given that the fact that Capricorn is sometimes known as the sea goat, I can bet it probably smells like beach.
So like wet dog and goat all at the same time?
And yes, lots of burnt cigarettes too. Beach sand, beach breeze, and burnt cigarettes.
Well, see,
my sister was a chain smoker too, so yeah.
But no, usually with Capricorn, they buy their fragrances off the shelf, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hell, my homie used to have to buy the fucking shit from Abercrombie and Finch, and I'm talking
I
the
don't like the smell
bottle.
Lemons,
the smallest bottle.
I kind of like lemon scented stuff. Honestly, lemon scented cleaners are nice.
Hey, there used to be a report. They did a study back in the day that people who do not like the scent of lemon, they normally have a mental disorder. So,
really,
yeah, you might actually be able to still Google that lemon scent mental disorder.
You know what's neat is that you can get custom made perfumes and colognes. I think it's from Sensation or something that you can get.
Yep, you can get personalized fragrances nowadays.
Personalized fragrances, yeah. And obviously, they'll make it based on your zodiac sign or by your hobbies, interests.
Yes.
No, mine would probably smell like Burt Rosenkorsader and
I don't know how you're going to put some dust in there, but you know, computers are full of dust.
Dust is actually just skin flakes, right?
Yeah, old skin flakes. Yes.
How you doing,
hey,
Mojo?
Look, it's Mojo, everybody. Everybody say hi to Mojo.
It's YDU. It's like, I know you do have it. YDU. Yeah, you can get a lot of strange smells now.
Taps the booty. Look at me getting a kiss over here, Michelle. Mojo's blowing me kisses. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, she is. I like lavender too. Yeah. No, but
Buddy, Buddy Cat wants to know if you put skin flakes in your cornflakes. I don't know why that's
so
funny
it's
to
gonna
me.
be getting warm and mild today, but tomorrow is gonna be spicy. Have you got anything planned for Saturday?
Thus far, no. I thought the woman said she is coming home, but I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't reiterated into that conversation
Okay.
because I have a ham, I have mashed potato, I have everything to basically make an Easter dinner. I don't know
Well,
if she
last
forgot
night
or
I
not.
made white rice with a little bit of butter, carrots, and broccoli, and I made it
Yeah.
fresh. Because I decided I might as well use the broccoli I bought about a week ago, and I cooked a whole head of broccoli,
Yeah.
carrots, and rice, and I still have some left over for tonight for warming it up.
Everybody make a wish. It's 11:11. Hang
Yeah,
on.
it's 11:11. Oh yeah, what time it is?
Yep, it is.
Now it is 11:11 on my watch. Yeah,
Yep, now you can make a wish.
my wish is simple. May everybody have an excellent day.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
She has an appointment. It says Gold Girl. That's when she'll be by this afternoon or whatever.
Getting greasy. What are you talking about? The ham goes in the oven. The potatoes, I just got to add water. Come on, Red. You're thinking too hard. You're thinking way too hard.
Well, given the fact that it's going to be a high of 25 degrees Celsius on Saturday, if you're anything like my ex-boyfriend, you're not going to be far from stinking, that's for sure. Because you're going to, sweat's just going to pour out of you. I know, because I'm overweight too. That's not too bad, though. When you start getting to 30 degrees Celsius, that's really when I'm not too far from stinking. Trust me. 30, 31, 32, 33. Bath time.
The closer it is to 32, exactly.
That's sad. Tommy will be sitting the entire time while he cooks Easter dinner for himself, getting greasy with food all over him. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's just from personal experience. So in high heat, I'm not that good in high heat.
I got it.
I start smelling like rancid from my old cheese. I don't smell good in really hot weather. I really don't.
I got an idea, Michelle. I'll just save the ham for Christmas. I'll put it down in the deep freezer and save it for Christmas. Then I don't have to cook nothing.
What? Oh, that's true. You could do that.
Yeah. It'll be ham for
Like a
Christmas.
freezer burn now. So anyway, tonight I'm gonna be warming up my rice, broccoli, and carrots again. Just warming up in the oven on warm. I could put it in the on the tostador. I could put it in the tostador. Yeah, better known as the toaster oven. Just put it on warm. Or you can just leave it in the. You can put it back in the rice cooker and leave the rice cooker on warm. Yeah, it'll take longer to warm up that way, but it's not a bad idea. I don't think so. I don't think you want to have my fromage.
You're from under cheese.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, Slingshot Warrior, I don't know much about, the slingshot warrior thing. I mean,
See, Michelle, you could have signed up to go to that competition, and you could have beat Slingshot Warrior just because he wouldn't have been able to compete.
yeah. Maybe, but I kind of see Slingshot almost as an equal, a protege. If that makes any sense.
Right.
I know some people think Slingshot Warrior is more or less is not serious, but I think he's a pretty decent person overall. Even if some of his concepts that he believes in is a little bit out of the ordinary.
So if literally he said what he said about Dave, you'd be okay with it still?
Say what?
When he's shit talking Dave, if he said the same stuff about you, you'd still be okay with him?
Well, I would understand that everybody has an opinion. I would be hurt, yes, but I wouldn't be necessarily as hurt because trust me, I've heard a lot of
If
things.
somebody told me they were just using me and that's all it was ever, then I'd take that more personal than anything.
And don't forget, Virgos are also known as the bullshit detectors. We can pick it up. Even he wouldn't have to say anything. I probably would have already picked up the concept that I was being used.
Yeah.
And I certainly, if he went out there and told me that he was using me, I'd be like, I thought so.
See, I thought the last time I talked to Justin and told him a man is only as good as his word, I thought he actually understood what I was really saying. So just weird that he goes back on his word.
Yeah, well, I think he has a very interesting way of using the world. I don't see the world the same way he does. But then,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, he said he told me, I think he said he was a Sagittarius. Well, if that's the case, his world viewpoint is very different than a Virgo viewpoint. Since he's a fire sign, not an earth sign.
Yeah.
So he's kind of used to, being always on the move.
Sounds like he's used to always catching things on fire, too.
Yeah. Slingshot told also that in the Discord a while ago that he was using Dave. I didn't think he would bring it up to light. Yeah, I remember that. I'm surprised that Noodles didn't already pick up on it already. So, I mean, Justin's not the only one that's wearing blinders, if you ask me.
Well, you got to remember, Capricorn can be oblivious to things at times.
Yeah. Because they like to think that they're the top management sign. That's my sister. She likes to micromanage everybody. Even more so than the Virgos do. She say, I'm number one. I know what I'm doing. Shut up. I'm doing it my way.
Yeah. She was already told that Golden Girl about him e-bagging all over her server.
What?
Justin was e-bagging all over your server.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yeah. You were already told about that.
I told him that I don't want him coming up on my channel just to try to find a way to reach out to get money necessarily.
Yeah.
I like him to come up and be himself and relax. Which is true. I don't want him just to come on just looking for money.
Yeah.
First of all, it's very disingenuous to be on another person's server going, hey, I need money for this trip. Well, gee, what about the hostess? What do they need money for? They're gonna pay for the network that gives you a chance to flop your gums trying to demand money for your trip on.
Yeah. You know what else I found weird though, Michelle? Capricorns usually have the best luck of falling on their feet and falling into a job that's really good for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. It's funny though, my sister was an EMT. She couldn't even recognize her own symptoms of her own heart attack. It killed her.
Yeah.
And she was a trained EMT of all things.
It can happen. You can oversight stuff and miss, cues and all that kind of stuff. Especially when it's you yourself and
Yeah.
There's been doctors that misdiagnosed a heart attack for themselves.
Misdiagnosed their own symptoms, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, David. That's kind of cute, actually.
Yeah, it is. That's why I laughed at it.
The she goat that just wants to shag. Sounds like some people we know.
Definitely.
You know, the problem with Virgo is, when it comes to relationships, we wait too damn long. It's true. You very rarely ever see a Virgo ever kind of rush into a relationship without, first of all, triple questioning ourselves first. Are you sure this is the right one?
Is this the right one? Is this going to be good for me?
Is this to my benefit?
Really,
I mean, what's
do
the
I really
long-term
feel like I
repercussions?
can make her happy? Yeah,
and all
exactly.
of a sudden, the opportunity passes us right by, and then we just kind of throw it in here and go, well, easy come, easy go.
Yeah, wasn't meant to be. So
you procrastinate too damn long.
Yeah. No, that's Capricorn stubbornness, not Virgo's.
Capricorn stubbornness is like Yosemite Sam opening all those doors out the Bugs Bunny stacked door on top of door on top of door up on top of door on top of door on top of door, and then finally puts an explosive device on the end. Capricorns
like
don't seem to realize that's a trap, and all of a sudden, kaboom.
Michelle, that was good bringing up the Bugs Bunny stacking. But thank you.
Where a Virgo probably would open up the first two doors and go, I think there's something going on here. I'm not going to open up the rest of these doors.
I'll leave it for Yosemite Sam to open
I love the one time when he ran into the cannon barrel. Charge! Opens the door. Retreat! Bang!
I love Bugs Bunny.
I don't have too many Capricorn friends. I don't have too many of them. I got a lot of Scorpio friends for some reason, and Pisces friends, and Cancer friends, and a couple Leo friends.
Yeah.
Including one that doesn't consider herself my friend, but I still see her as a friend, which is Blazing Leo of all things. Naz is a Leo. Blazing Leo is a Leo. Duh, that's obvious. But Leo doesn't think I'm her friend. But I think the way she doesn't realize I never stopped being her friend.
Yeah. We gotta stop thinking about the past, though, Michelle. Gotta keep moving forward.
Yeah, Red, they do. But you're actually, you're a hybrid. You're a Scorpio Pisces, so you're two water signs. So you're all wet. Well, you're hybrid, Virgo Aquarius. You're all dusty, windy, like the Arizona desert.
About what? I don't need no texts. I don't want no. Nah. Fine, whatever. Fire water. Hey, I like fire water.
Fire water makes steam. Wind and earth make dust. Yeah.
Yes. Or a sandstorm.
And you know what? Why Aquarius is called the water bearer, even though it's an air sign? Because they're clouds. That's why. Well,
Yep.
clouds are water bearers, and they're in the sky.
They're water bears.
Yeah.
And that's what clouds are.
In short, a lot of Aquariuses are airheads. Sorry, it's true. Hey, I don't totally disagree with that. Your ex-boyfriend certainly was an airhead. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Ed had some rocks in his head. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
He seemed like he was a pretty intelligent man.
he does.
Ed.
Yeah, Red is smart.
No, Ed. Anyways.
Well, as I said, we have a lot of people here are Scorpio. There's a couple Cancers. One Leo in our group that I know of. At least one Capricorn, which is Noodles. Maybe me another one hiding somewhere. Got
Ooh, water lions.
two Gemini. You know, which is Gemini Gem and Tiger Kitty. They're both Geminis. I don't think we have. I think we have one Aries in here. Oh yeah, it's Golden Girl.
Yep.
What else do we got? We have one Libra, but she hasn't been around in a while. What about the other signs? Let's see. We got Pisces. We got two Pisces. Aries. Taurus. We got at least one, which is Michelle. One Leo. Two Cancer, which includes Sherry Jackson and Craig Sr. It seems like Scorpios is the largest number of people on my channel. Two Virgo. One
Yes.
or two Sagittarius. Right. Not too many Aquariuses.
Well, my girlfriend's a Sagittarius too, so she counts.
Yeah, okay.
Hammer and Nails is a
understand
Virgo. Hey! No wonder why I get along with you. Figure that out.
Well, that's cool, Hammer Nails. That's good to know. That makes us three Virgo.
Yeah.
Maiden power. The harvesting, the woman of the harvest. The only human sign in the zodiac. And it's funny. It's the only humans, the maiden is the only human in the whole zodiac.
Yeah.
Right, you're a Cancer. With sharp pincers.
Cancers. They could be some devilish guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. But they also can be very, very, very loving and very family oriented.
Yes, in good scenarios.
Yeah. I mean, Craig Sr. has been more than loyal to his wife. Even though they're both getting up there in years, he's taking care of his wife pretty much on his own. Because he wants his wife to have a good life. What's left of her remaining years of her life.
Yeah.
Okay, September. Are you late September or in early September, Hammer Nails? I mean, there's a. It has to do with what they do called the decants. That's what I'm asking. Because I'm September 13th. Yeah. 5 likes, $4 donation, 16-minute, 25-second engagement, which is not bad. 86 views so far. Again, not bad at all for a Friday afternoon. And don't forget, too, guys, that we have tonight is going to be Turtle Wow. Jantix is probably going to be joining us, I would think.
I can't believe no one else has
It's
nothing to
called
talk about.
Decant, D-E-C-A-N-T, Decant, which is like 10 degrees of the sign. Okay, let's make it easy. If you think of about every degree is a day, okay?
Mhm.
So that means in the last 10 days of the zodiac for Virgo is they're kind of more like an Aquarius in a way. Which is interesting because Aquarius is also more like a Virgo and they're decant as well. It is very interesting, actually. There you go. They're probably in the same decant that I'm in. Whereas Patty DeMar was a middle Virgo. She was not she was not an August Virgo. She was an early September Virgo. Me and her get along like sandpaper and a grinding wheel. Not very well. She wanted to manage everything, micromanage every detail about her life. She was so picky about having her house cleaned a certain way. And I'm like, well, that's where kind of it's funny because that's where almost like an Aquarius is kind of like, nah, that's okay. I can just put it over there in the corner. At least I know where it is. So where the Virgo comes in, I know where my stuff is. Even if my house doesn't look perfectly tidy. Aquarius just throws things in the corner and says, screw it. Yeah, but Comedy Flu is a good guy, though. Really, he is. Yes, he does have a bit of a problem, but I think he wants to change that with his weight. Speaking of your weight, how are you doing with that?
I haven't been to a doctor to be weighed again in a minute, but when my first of the year appointment comes up, I'll let you know then. But like I said, the last weigh-in, I know I'm 420. So
Did you lose any weights since last year, do you think?
some people say, yeah, that I look like it. So there you go.
Well, that's a good thing. Is even if it may seem like it's not much of an exercise, walking does help you.
Yeah. So does chair dancing.
I never did chair dancing.
Tell Golden Girls they're not boxers. They were T-shirts. I didn't get boxers. I got T-shirts.
Oh, okay, I get it.
He was asking me to try on these new underwear, and it's like, no, that's not what actually came. So go figure. So I got a brand new black T-shirt to wear. Yay!
Yeah. So you wear those extra long T-shirts so you can cover your nether regions?
Michelle, let's just
basically you're wearing a maxi shirt.
No, Michelle, when you're 6 foot tall, right, and your body's perfectly 50-50, where 3 feet above the waist and 3 feet below the waist, no, it would not cover my dingleberries.
Do you think that'd be ever something that ever made for men called maxi shirts?
Oh, if they made nightgown T-shirts for men, then you'd be talking about something to cover up my unit, okay?
Cover up your private regions as a one piece, almost like a dress, but more of a masculine style.
Yeah, Trust me, to very well cover up everything, I need a T-shirt that goes to about my knees. That way, that's funny too, because then if my pants ever starting to fall, Golden Girl would never see my jingleberries.
Well, the thing is that
I never have to hear
I have
her.
actually been trying to stay active. I took out the garbage yesterday. I cleaned out the cat litter. Thank God. Yeah, it was time. Trust me.
She said 6-pack, but it's a 10-pack. It's the 10-pack of
I
shirts.
went to Cumbies
Oh, they feel so
yesterday,
nice too.
but they were out of. Their soda fountain was still not working for carbonated soda, so I had another Tropicana lemonade yesterday. The only thing that's kind of sad with the lemonade is it's got sugar in it. I kind of wish Tropicana would make one that didn't have any sugar, so I gotta realize there's 400 calories in that. More than likely, like, oh, so it means you gotta cut back on the donuts because, yeah, but my brain keeps saying I don't want to. I'm like, well, I might have to because you got calories in that Tropicana lemonade, so you might have to cut back on the sugar in the donuts.
Do you got the computerized pop machines where you can press the screen?
Yeah, it's got that.
Sometimes, believe it or not, you can look for into the 0-calorie options, and you can still find like 0-calorie lemonade that you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's not 0-calorie lemonade. It's not sugar free. So
I know, but I'm saying if you were looking for a sugar-free or diet lemonade, sometimes those machines that have the computers where you can press buttons and select deeper into the flavors, you can find the 0-calorie version of the full-calorie version.
Well, I'll tell you what I did find. They have a sugar-free iced tea.
Yeah.
And there is a lemon flavoring you can put to sugar-free iced tea. But would that really make... I mean, does the flavoring have sugar in it? That's the question. I don't know.
No, the flavoring, if it's well, like I said, if they do it as 0-calorie, it's artificial sweetener usually.
Okay. Well, that's good for me. But like I said, the carbonation machine is not working because all the drinks that they have in there that are still working are ones that are not carbonated.
Yeah. That's because CO2 has been expensive lately.
Well, yeah, but CO2 is also the majority of the gas that's used to pump everything in the system. So,
I'm just saying it's what's probably stopping them from having carbonated is because the cost of CO2 went up again. Remember when there was an aluminum shortage, and then they were also talking about there may also be a CO2 cartridge, canister shortage too, if you remember.
Yeah, but these things are usually huge bottles that.
Yeah.
The big tanks here in the back, pressured under 2,300 pounds per square inch of pressure. They usually bring those back to the distributor and have them refilled.
Yeah.
But the CO2 is made from natural gas and also from the byproducts of making ethanol.
Yeah.
Or, of course, you can create it using sodium carbonate and or lime and I think sulfuric acid or something too. Well, I don't know how to make it.
Don't forget about dry ice collection too, Michelle.
Oh yeah, or you can get it from the atmosphere itself.
Yeah.
Well, I do try to. Well, this Foop series. What does that mean? Hammer's nail. What does that mean? 6-shot, 6-sling warrior. That's one of the wildest fupas you've ever seen. What's a fupa?
It's the fat above his penis.
Oh. Really? Well, I never looked at his nether region, so I would have no idea. If you mean his belly, then I got a pretty weird belly too.
Who's saying I want to be Amish? goddammit? What was?
You look like a freaking pear. Yeah. No, really, Michelle does. If you ever see Michelle sit down, she looks like a big giant pear sitting in a chair. Yeah. How you doing? I see you on screen there.
It's kind of like a private joke. Nobody knows, you know.
Right. Nobody sees you.
Yep. Oh, it's warm outside. I can't believe how nice it is right now.
I know. I want to get outside and check it out too.
Yeah.
Right now, Rusty's warming up on the porch right now in the back because we don't get sun until late evening, and early morning. Rusty would probably be outside in the morning if I wasn't up yet. I don't want to let him out, and I don't want him to stay outside at night because there are other wild animals like coyotes and foxes and stuff here, and wolves, and I don't want him to become an antipasto for another animal. Yeah.
Bradley's just going off on all the things he could call me in different add-ons.
So let me ask some of you people in the chat, what do you like to do outside? What kind of activities do you do in days like today when you're not working or you're not doing housework or chores? What do you like to do outside and whether when it's warm like today going to be and Saturday?
Well, yesterday I did some walking, I did some smoking, and I did some drinking. So,
well, yesterday I brought the sheets in from the line. I took the garbage and the cat litter down to the dumpster. Then I walked over to Cumbies, and then I had one Tropicana lemonade, and I had 2 slices of pepperoni pizza and the 2 donuts. But I might have to cut back on the donuts because I don't know how many calories are in that lemonade. But given how much sugar is usually added to lemonade, I got a feeling it's like 400 calories. So I may have to give up one of the donuts. And
see, Grizz, your math problem is actually very, very easy. And if you thought about it, you'd already actually know the math. But I don't want to do anybody's homework for them, so I'll let you figure out your fun problem all on your own, there, Grizzly.
Yeah.
But trust me, math can easily solve your equation there.
What's that?
With his how many acres of yard would he get? What's really funny is the math. When you go to a grocery store, when you go to a clothing store, all the math is already there in front of you. You just got to pay attention and know what math is.
I like to walk around nature, says Hammer Nails. I do too. But as I got older, my body isn't the same as it was when I was a teenager. I don't walk around in nature as much anymore. Unless it's got a concrete sidewalk.
Hey, Red, the secret to Taco Bell is all proteins can be used to make the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the secrets of Taco Bell.
Yeah. Well,
there's a clean way to do it and a dirty way to do it, though.
I mean,
you just don't let the people know they're eating garbage, and they'll never do the math there either, Michelle.
Yeah.
McDonald's, straight garbage. Burger King, garbage. Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, all your food is technically garbage. But anyways, the only time you're not really eating garbage is when you make it at home.
Yeah, that's interesting. So anyway, the point is that I also been doing a lot of playing around with my braille display off camera, trying to find out like how many ways it can be used, learning how to write things in braille and enter them into text editors, and learning how to do messaging like with Discord, and that's
Sorry, right to be funny.
it's really it's really interesting, but it's really confusing, some of the stuff that you can do. I think it's the voiceover part of it that kind of really confuses me so much, because voiceover has so many options. It's mind numbing. It's almost like they need a voiceover for dummies. Voiceover for dummies? Yeah. Why? Like, for example, if you're in, say, for example, Linux, and you're only in the command line, why do you need options to tab over to different modes like status line, and text entry area? Now, when most everything in the command line is just you typing and the computer spitting responses back. I mean, true, with the graphical user interface, it's more challenging. But sadly enough, I haven't tried the braille display on a true generic freestanding Linux machine. I might put one together, install the BRL TTY driver, and see how it does. Actually, you do have one. It's sitting by the giving tree. Yeah. But you have no place to plug it.
Noah's Ark did it. He did it properly, too. Good job, Noah's Ark. Sorry. I was waiting for somebody to come up with the math.
They said it takes 2.64 acres to grow a ton of cotton. I think it would take 3/4 of an acre to grow enough cotton to make a t-shirt for comedy flu. David has said, I only go outside when I have to, like going shopping or out on a last minute road trip or cemetery investigation. In other words, you're a homebody. Noah said about actually 8 ounces cotton per shirt. So, really, really, very little. Redwood said wrong math. Comedy's about 400 pounds. Oh, yeah, he weighs more than me. Isn't it nice knowing you're an underweight? I'm also 5'9". Oh boy.
Uh-oh. That makes Dave shorter than what he was saying.
Yeah, he's shorter. He also lays west too.
Uh-oh. Michelle, you're letting out Dave's secrets. He better get up here and protect his 6 foot tall.
Noodles is not 6 foot tall.
I know he isn't. I just like when he's all telling the ladies he's 6 foot tall.
He's not. I actually tower over him by about an inch. He's about 5'8".
I think he's about 5'7", to be honest.
No sure if a comedy flu is going to weigh 8 ounces. No, probably not. Well, it depends on the quality of cotton, actually. Yeah. How many threads per inch? 200 thread count Egyptian cotton for comedy flu. Ooh. Would you like that?
Egyptian, oh, that'd be nice and fluffy.
You're talking about something like the finest cotton sheets for your bed. Now, imagine wearing it on your body.
Yeah. Have you ever felt the 1,000 thread count sheet on your body, just all over your body? It just feels so good, Michelle, especially on a cold night.
It's a nice, like it's awesome Egyptian cotton, right?
Yeah, you throw a sheet over a 1,000 thread count sheet. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're talking about sleeping now.
Bradley, I can see you being about 6 foot. I could see you being a 6-footer easily, Bradley. You look like you could
What are
be
you
very
barking at?
tall.
Hey,
I mean, if you knew how high, you can see where my chair is. When I lay back here in the chair straight back, you see the chair is right here up to my top of my headphones. But that doesn't really tell you how tall I am. But if I put Noodles in his chair, and I put headphones on him, they're lower down on him. Yeah, well, if you were my cousin, you'd be 7'1" tall, and she's also a Virgo. Lori is 7'1" tall.
you got to run around with Uncle James?
Oh, by the way, did you hear what's happening to Letitia James now?
No.
Ha! Well, she's being sued by Trump for criminal investigation for mortgage fraud.
Oh.
And guess what? He's using the same rules of weaponization the DOJ that she tried to do on him.
Uh-huh.
But this time she's really guilty of the crime. She actually was getting her own mother or her own father to go in on a mortgage application for a HUD mortgage, claiming that she has a house in Virginia.
Yeah. You got to remember, anything a politician is a crook is accusing you of, you're probably doing something
She say
worse.
that she get up every morning smiling happily when she tries to figure out ways to sue Trump into oblivion. Well, now she's going to probably end up going to Rikers herself. Or federal pen. Oh, boy. I hope you like making love with your big woman there for a roommate.
I wonder if Riker still presses license plates.
You know what's even more shameful? She's an Aquarius as well. I like that. An Aquarius that went to the dark side. Yeah. It's kind of sad. The dark side of Aquarius.
You know who likes to complain about keeping balance, and that's Libra. Libra's all about supposedly about balance, but they're the most unbalanced people I've ever ran into.
Who?
Libras.
Oh, Libras are cool.
Oh, I didn't say they're not cool. They're just generally they talk all this unbalanced, and then they're very off balanced usually.
Yeah, they're supposed to be balanced, right? The scales.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not always balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just... It must be really hard getting close, though, for a woman that's 7 foot tall. I mean, like... It's... I mean, she makes me feel like a munchkin when I'm next to my cousin. It's like, yike! I'm 2 feet shorter than she was. She towers over me. You know?
He's taking a wee.
And how tall are you, Comedy Flu?
6 foot.
You're 6?
Yep.
6 even?
Yep, 6 on the dot.
Okay.
I missed the days when I was closer to 6'1", but you know, of course, those disappeared.
Yeah, when you get older, the things shrink in a lot of ways.
Yes, everything has been shrinking, except my stomach. Go figure.
Yeah, well, you're trying to work that out. I know I'm dealing with the same problem, so.
Yep.
Well, one of the things I noticed about this channel that people like about the show, even though some people will never tell you it, is the fact that it's not one of the drama channels that constantly makes people feel bad. You know. Yeah. Well, I wish I was a little smaller, technically, but then I realized it's just like if you squish a marshmallow. Well, you lose in height, you gain in girth, right? Well, anyways, take a tall marshmallow and then we'll squish it down. It gets wider.
Look at Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. I know a woman that was 5'4", actually 5'2", and she was just like just like Frodo said to the woman, "Oh, I won't go in any taller except side by side."
Itty bitty 2x4.
Yeah.
Remember that saying, Michelle?
You ever notice, like, after you sleep on a mattress for so long, the mattress kind of contours to your body? I never really thought about this, but it's true. I got an inner spring mattress, right? And my mattress has kind of got like a bucket seat where my butt goes. And then, like, I decided, I'm going to flip it over to so the unused side of the bed is going to become my new side of the bed, right? But my body keeps gravitating to the bucket side of the bed.
I don't have to worry about that. I got a 6-inch foam topper on top of my bed, so it's all nice and comfortable.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't have a foam topper. I just got an inner spring with a pillow top on the top. I thought that was a good mattress when it was, and it still is. It's nice and firm. I don't mind it. But my keister can really tell you that it misses the bucket side of the bed where it kind of molded to fit my butt. What are you trying to?
See, back in 2012 when I still had a girlfriend, let's just say one side of the bed was definitely shaped like her. Yeah. Never mind.
Now Rusty likes to sleep in my bucket hole.
Yeah. In your butthole.
Where my butt would be, right? So Rusty takes over that spot of the bed now because it's on the other side where he usually lays. So he curls up in there now. So it's like, in one sense, it's kind of like I got kind of like a new side of the bed that really got no use, except when Ed used to sleep on it. But for some reason, Ed never kind of molded it to his butt. It's almost like the bed was saying is, "Sorry, buddy, I'm not here for you." Yeah, it's just weird though.
It's funny that Grizz basically did 5 foot and 6 foot, him and his wife.
What's that?
Oh, Grizz, he said his wife is 4 foot 12 inches, which is 5 foot, and he's 4 foot 26 inches, which makes you know he's 6'2".
Yeah. Oh, I believe it, David. I was gonna get one of those, but that's not the mattress I ended up getting. I got the one with individually wrapped coil springs in it with a pillow top on it, which was okay. But I got it back when we got our last stimulus check in 2020.
Hey, Michelle, your next mattress, buy it from Overstock. You can get cheap memory foam mattresses with comfort gel in them and all kinds of stuff for like $300.
Yeah. I'm about to check into getting one of those mattresses online that roll up when they ship it to you.
Yeah.
Full size.
The last mattresses I bought was my mom's mattress.
Actually, I got a queen size, actually.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. If you only need a full, you can get away with buying one for $300. But once you go to a queen or a king, then it's like for the queen they want 600, and for the king they want 800. So
Yeah, the full. Actually, queen is actually technically a little bigger than the full, isn't it? Yeah.
it's yeah.
That's all right. Kings are definitely going to cost you more.
Yep. It's funny. You only
Especially
get 6 months.
California King.
Oh yeah, California king, you'd definitely be paying more because not only do you get an extra 3 inches at your feet, you get another extra 6 inches on the side of the bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking about getting one of those Tempur-Pedic mattresses with memory foam, like David S was talking about.
Yeah.
Those look pretty cool. I got memory foam pillows, which is nice because.
Just remember, you can get the ones that have the it'll lift up the head for you and adjust the feet for you too.
You know what? You mean what? The adjustable bed one?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, where you can.
Yeah, but those mechanisms weigh a lot. But you know what? The one that I remember was the Sleep Number bed that Lindsay Wagner was talking about, right? I don't know what the numbers actually refer to, but the fact of the matter is, I think Rusty probably would set the bed to 100 because he kind of likes it stiff. Yeah, I probably would like it like maybe about 70, 85. I don't like it super hard. I don't like it super soft either. The problem is since they use air tubing to make the inflation, poor compressor would probably have a heart attack if I got at it. Ooh! I gotta pump air into that?
Hey, Michelle, how you feeling, Michelle?
Yay, he's back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, David.
I see you, Noodles. What's the yellow box for? Why don't you just walk
He's in
by?
the parking garage, Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah, I come in here before, right? And I'm like, there's this guy. He goes, "Can I help you?" I said, "No." The guy looked like he just got started chasing me around the parking lot. Who is this guy? Right? Who the fuck is this guy? And it's supposedly the parking manager. Like, I give this place a horrible review.
How does bed sizes differ in the UK, though?
I'm sorry?
I was asking Mojo how bed sizes are different in the UK versus the USA. Oh, I think our king would be president. Yeah. And I guess our queen would call them the first lady, right? Mine is a foldable type twin bed with a memory foam mattress.
Michelle, I think they just use single, double, and queen and king still. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So at least the US and the UK using similar measurements, or at least bed ideas anyway.
All the beds are made in the same factories nowadays, so yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if people necessarily small or accept side-by-side grades. I mean, there's some tall people in the UK also.
King double.
Obesity isn't quite as big of a problem in the UK as it is in the US. But sadly enough, that's starting to change. As a lot of UK people are starting to eat a lot of American fast food in the UK. I have a king-size double bed. Okay. I think most beds would be double once you start getting as a king and queen.
Yeah.
Or what about the one bed there in World of Warcraft that could sleep 3 people with 3 pillows in it? Wonder what size that be. I don't know what you call that, Napoleon? Triple bed, triple occupancy bed.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Dave was telling a story, and then he instantly went to muting his phone.
Yes, that's what I meant, Mojo. Yes, you do have an obesity problem because unfortunately, a lot of people have been eating the same food that we eat. Not as much of it because your portions are usually smaller, but no reason why someone can't say, I'll pay you double for double the food. Okay.
All right, so where is this fucking E, Michelle? Where is this fucking?
I don't know.
She did not say hello today, Noodles.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that
Yeah.
weird? That I'm in Queens and E's not around. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It's kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dawn. How you doing today?
Oh, Michelle, there's a bald eagle. Bald eagle.
I seen one of those yesterday.
Where? Oh, over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Mojo said there is a program on that there's programs on the families who feed the kids takeaways every night. They get a health dietitian and it fix the problem. Oh yeah, that's a real issue. Yeah, that is a real issue even here in the US. You got families, either the family doesn't know how to cook or they don't want to cook, and everybody's like, and then sometimes they're like, and the reason is because convenience, right? That's what you call takeaways, right? We call
They gotta
takeout.
start putting their money where their mouth is, Michelle.
Yeah.
They do. That's what the problem is.
Put your money where your mouth is. E. Coming up on Jewel Avenue, E. You pretend fucking whore. You pretend whore. Yep.
Well,
Sorry,
at least you found out the hard way she was fake, right, Dave?
Yeah. Yep.
Morning, Gaming Fairy. How you doing today? Raven tonight. Turtle Wow
Yeah,
tonight.
everyone's so pumped for that game. Yeah.
Turtle Wow tonight at 7 o'clock.
Oh my God! Yes, yes! I can't wait.
Yes,
I can't
love
wait.
it. Let's all be there.
Be there at B Square tonight at 8 o'clock. Turtle. Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're absolutely right there,
Noodles,
Mojo.
that's a great bumper. I like it. A high five.
That's where the problem starts, is when they're very early in their development. That
was the
is
most
when
enthusiasm I've ever heard for Turtle Well ever.
Bread and Toast said he's so small. Who's small? Bread and Toast. So maybe tonight Chantix may. I did give the link to Chantix, so Chantix does have the link to FRP. So, maybe she'll join us in the chat. I don't know when she's gonna do that or not. She didn't get back to me yet, but.
Hey Michelle, where's Stan been? I don't know if I haven't seen Stan in a while.
I haven't seen him either. I don't know when he is. I know he's been busy doing his own things.
I seen him yesterday in Mr. Not Like Geno's channel.
Yeah. We love Stan.
I believe so. bread and toast. I believe so, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Noodles, there's a rumor going around that you're not actually 6 foot tall.
Says who?
Bread and toast.
Sunday gaming fair. You and I.
They said you're only 5'8", Noodles.
You and I have got to try EverQuest. Or EverQuest 2, because EverQuest is kind of interesting too, but it's confusing because just like Blizzard WoW, there's a whole bunch of different EverQuests. You got different kinds of servers. You got progressive servers. You got there's a paid monthly server like Blizzard runs.
Wait. So we're gonna pretend like we don't know why Stan isn't here, Michelle?
What?
We're gonna pretend like we don't know why Stan is here.
I don't know why. I do not really know why Stan's not here.
Okay. I'm all about truth. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys that stick your head in the sand. I don't know either, but I think everyone here pretty much knows.
Speaking of Jay or Lay Geno, how is he doing?
Seems like he's doing great, Michelle.
Yeah, doing great.
I have no idea why Stan's not here. I didn't do anything wrong to Stan. I spoke to American James and Jenna's panel briefly yesterday, said Mojo. How come, Mojo, you don't come up on my panel? You have the link. YDU, don't you?
Yeah, Mojo.
Jojo. Jojo, why don't you come up?
Yeah.
Fucking done pretending. I'm all about realness now. I'm all about realness.
Well, I know today is the kind of day when I'm going to be going out, for about 1 o'clock at the latest, and get out there and get some wiggles and jiggles in a little bit.
Sounds like the show's ending,
Okay.
Dave.
Yeah.
All right, Mojo, here's the deal. I will send you the link tomorrow for tomorrow's show.
Well, at least we got Turtle Wow at 8 o'clock tonight. That should be great.
Well,
Michelle,
there might be
you
three.
complain about people not showing up.
There may be
people
4 people on the panel
you do
tonight
Turtle Wow, no one
got,
shows up, Michelle. Nobody shows up for Turtle Wow.
You got Jantix is joining us and playing Turtle Wow.
Michelle, no one shows up for Turtle Wow. Nobody.
You got Michelle. She might be joining us. And we may have a fifth person. I believe Brad said he might try Turtle Wow.
Nobody shows up for Turtle Wow, Michelle. You're crazy.
No, we do. We have a group. Like I said, we need a warrior or a paladin to tank. And then we could consider doing dungeons.
Let's all be about realness, right? Because we want realness. We want realness. No one shows up for Turtle Wow.
Wow, they do. They got a lot of people usually. Not as many as with the truck, but we do get people in Turtle Wow. Let me just copy this link right now for sending it to Mojo by email. That way I can just copy it.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are going to show up for Turtle Wow tonight. Put a 1 in the chat. And I'm going to go there tonight. I'm going to record it. All right. I'm going to show that no one showed up. Nobody.
Well, we're not recording. We're doing it live, but
I'm going to restream Turtle Wow tonight and talk about how nobody showed up. Nobody. All these big time supporters over here that don't show up for Turtle Wow.
I don't know if you'll see Stanford Turtle Wow. That's not really his bag. He's
Bottom line, people hate Turtle Wow. You're the only one that likes it.
yeah, I know you do, Mojo.
All right, out on the wire. All right, out on the wire, hammer and nails. I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire tonight. If you're not there for Turtle Wow at 8:00, right? I'm gonna point it out. Yep.
You know what, give me real. We should try to do is we should try playing EverQuest 2.
Oh my God.
Why not? It's free to play. But it still has a CashApp, though. It still has a CashApp. Yeah. It's one of those things, if it ain't with you, then watch when the show is, which for Noodles would be the morning show. Or Saturday night. At 7 o'clock, because it's the panel again open on Discord. Ashes never did join our Discord, as far as I know.
People are dropping out of your Discord, Michelle. People are dropping out of that Discord.
No, I looked at them. They're still there.
I heard Red shut down a couple of accounts.
I understand that, Mojo, but don't forget that 7 o'clock our time is midnight your time. So you're probably just getting ready to go to sleep when we're starting our 7 o'clock shows. And
no.
She said also, Noodles,
you want me to tell you where Mojo is?
She also said, Noodles,
when you're
I keep missing
I'll go
live
do it
shows.
tonight, Michelle. I'll find out where Mojo is when you're live on Turtle Wow. Somewhere else, Michelle. Let's just keep it real.
Good job, Mojo. You got a target on your bag now.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Why are we lying to this lady?
Noodles is gonna find where you are, Mojo.
Mojo said, Noodles, she said, I keep missing your lives. Either she's not getting notifications or she's being busy doing other things when you're live.
I know what she's doing, Michelle. I know what she's doing. Michelle, if you want me to be real and very vocal about stuff, I will be. But I don't think anyone here wants me to. I don't think JoJo wants me to tell you anything.
Yeah.
I know where these people are, Michelle. I'm not stalking them. I'm not stupid.
I'm still wondering if we should try playing EverQuest or EverQuest 2, because I hear on Steam EverQuest is available, as is EverQuest 2.
Right, because everyone wants to know about EverQuest 1 and 2.
But I was playing EverQuest 2 before it was even on Steam. Now it's on Steam. So I'm like, okay, so I should try installing EverQuest, the free-to-play one, and then maybe get Gaming Theory on EverQuest 1 and 2. And we can try them out. That's like comparing Retail WoW versus Classic WoW.
Exactly.
Remember, EverQuest 2 came out 2 weeks before Classic WoW did.
That's true. Thank God.
Originally, the games were more of a social environment more than just doing quests. And just turns out that Blizzard did it better than Daybreak did in their game design. Adam Wire said Noodles can be real about me. Gaming Fairy says, I don't think anyone wants you to be vocal at all.
Yeah, Gaming Fairy, is your state catty?
Yeah, that statement comes off kind of catty, don't it?
Yeah. Very catty statement.
Uh-huh. That almost feels like she's got something to say, Dave.
Yeah. Again, I don't want anyone holding back. I wouldn't want that.
Gaming Fear, you're free to say whatever you want to say if you
I
got
where
something to say.
you are in our Discord. You go to gaming info. You'll see something about EverQuest because I put 2 videos up yesterday about it.
Oh my god.
Gaming.
Dave, you got a very successful podcast. I think people like to hear your vocalizations.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I don't know how to not take that as a catty statement. You see what I'm saying? I don't think anybody wants to hear anything you want to vocal at all, Dave. No attitude behind that.
Actually, I rather play a video game than just watching someone play a video game.
I know what these people are up to, and I'm gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Don't worry about it.
Tonight.
He's telling the truth tonight, everybody. Tune into David Bulldog when he's doing his podcast at the same time Michelle's playing Turtle WoW. That way, you know where the content is.
You know what? That's actually really interesting. Actually, your last name Noodles is Boldo, right?
Shut up, Michelle.
And and Comedy Food calls a Bulldog.
Shut up.
I've been calling him Bulldog for a moment now, but it's funny that you just
is your name short for Bulldog in Italian?
Shut the fuck up.
He's got 2 bulldogs.
Now she wants to harass you about it. Being a bulldog is cool, Dave. Just remember.
Okay, MicheleMarieDalene.
Well, my name basically means Valley Dweller with experience.
Yeah, right.
Valid Dweller with experience.
It means the shape of a barrel. Or barrel-shaped. Barrel-chested. I looked it up.
Is he a Ukrainian name? No, that'd be interesting.
Dave, I guess you're part Russian.
Michelle.
What?
I'm going to be very vocal tonight. Very vocal. And I'm going to tell the truth on all these people tonight. Every single one of them, Michelle.
Oh, thank you very much.
Michelle Noodles is in a bad mood. He ran out of the 5.
Thank you, Buff Carrot, for the $2.
Ran out of VO5, huh? Oh, okay.
Dave, is it true you ran out of VO5?
No, I got like a 3-year supply of VO5.
Okay, so Buff is telling rumors over here then.
Yeah. Never have to buy shampoo again.
Yes.
Well.
All right, so Grizz, instead of watching Turtle WoW, would rather watch somebody play Solitaire.
Solitaire is also was also a TV show on Fox Reality Channel too.
And then out on the wire, would rather watch Grizz clip his chicken wings. I thought he was going to go for the toenails, but he went with chicken wings.
Yes, I have noticed that. Yes, I have noticed that he's being a little crabby lately.
What? Noodles is fine.
I would rather watch a million chickens get gassed to death.
I heard what happened on the panel. Noodles, I heard what happened on the panel you deleted. I guess those black guys decided to teach you a lesson.
What?
That's why you deleted the stream, because you were humiliated.
Wait, what?
What happened?
We were talking about internal chat on my Discord, Noodles. Too bad you weren't there to defend yourself.
Oh, with Justin being an a-hole? Yeah, that don't matter, Michelle.
Michelle, that guy's a big jerk.
Yeah.
Wanted to use me for gasoline, the 4 wheels, and that was it. He wanted to, Michelle, this guy would have dropped me like a dirty shoe. And I find it strange how Justin's doing nothing right now and not supporting your channel. Why isn't Justin supporting your channel, Michelle?
Yeah, that would make sense, David, as Boldo is Italian. And there was one.
No, she's not listening.
He hates you. He hates you,
Well, obviously
Michelle.
would make sense, right? Because Noodles is in New Jersey, and so Boldo is not a very well-known family name. So probably his grandfather was here in the 1920s. When did your family come to New Jersey, Noodles?
In the 50s.
So there was a Bulldog family that was there before you.
I think my grandfather's brother came here during World War II.
Okay.
He was testing the waters.
Well, I mean, my family came in over on the Ellis Island.
Out on the wires, really putting a push to saying you're Ukrainian over here, Noodles.
Back when Ellis Island was part of entry for the immigrants. That's when Statue
We never
of Liberty.
came through Ellis Island. That's fucking garbage. It's a bunch of garbage.
Well, my family did.
Mine did.
My family did.
Yeah. So today is a good day to go out and get some wiggles and jiggles in. And I mean, I'm not sure about getting pizza, but maybe.
Maybe some ice cream, Michelle. I'm gonna go get some ice cream. That should.
Yeah, let's get another butter.
Make sure to wear the safety squint when you eat your ice cream. No, yeah, I don't want to get my spoon in my eyeball again. That hurt last time I did that.
I didn't hear about a spoon in the eyeball before, but now I have.
Haha. Yeah, I was eating ice cream at night. I was in a hurry, and it was one of those cheap plastic spoons that they have at companies, and the thing went right into my eyeball. I was like, and they handled it, and I was like, you. Trust me, the language that came out of my mouth for those 3 days was not exactly friendly. It was my bum eyeball too, my bad eye. It was like, oh no.
Dave, I have an idea. I wonder if Mike Judge would be willing to sell
and
the
let me
Beavis
sit
and
next time
Butthead.
you eat ice cream. Make sure to put on your safety squints, because actually, I might buy some ice cream. Yeah.
Get Mike Judge to sell the Beavis and Butthead universe, but let Michelle voice all the characters in the show. I see it working fabulous. Especially with the way she acted out the ice cream spoon going into her eye, all that. It was just great. I can imagine it being a Beavis and Butthead episode. That's why I'm saying that.
That's one of the reasons why I've ever since the game's advice.
There's a lot of truth coming out today, Michelle. A lot of truth.
All right, everybody prepare for the truth. It's coming tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody
but you know what's going to be nice?
Buttholes.
You know what's going to be nice, guys? Here's something that's going to be kind of warm. I'm going to say warm because it's not going to be cool. Saturday is the night show, right? And it's going to be a high of 25 degrees Celsius.
What is that?
Warm enough. Yeah. It's like, just had to remember. It's like 88 degrees Fahrenheit, Noodles. Something
88.
like that. Wait, is that right? It can't be right. Because you take 10, and we'll take 5, multiplied by 2 is 10, right? 20 is 68. And then you take, 78 degrees. Oh, that sounds better.
Stick it up your dick.
78 Fahrenheit.
We're gonna get some sound bites from this episode, Noodles. It's just gonna be great.
I was right, David S. Thank you very much. And you notice that he has 2 bulldogs of his own, too.
Shut up, Michelle.
I mean, Noodles loves his bulldogs. You know. Oh, yeah. Good Friday to you guys, too.
Shut up.
Absolutely. Good Friday.
Happy Good Friday.
And this week is going to be great for Easter egg hunts on Sunday. And
Okay, so Michelle, why don't we get you out for an Easter egg hunt?
Yes, the marijuana Easter egg hunt, Dave.
Yeah. Come on, Michelle.
well,
Well, nothing.
He offered to take you out for an Easter egg hunt, but
yeah,
it
but
was
I
going
don't
to
worry. That's
involve.
not really unusual because I look like Rusty, and Rusty kind of looks like me.
I guess she's not down for an Easter egg hunt, Dave.
So I'm not tan colored tabby cat, but he kind of looked like him in a sense. He got his punchy gut.
Hey, Noodles, weren't you driving out to see her so you could pick her up this weekend, anyways?
Not anymore.
What the hell happened, Michelle? I thought you were going to hang out with Noodles this weekend.
Obviously, he never. We got other things going on this weekend.
She don't want to.
We got the
So
we
we're
got
not
the night show at Saturday at 7. We have the morning show on Saturday. Sunday.
Tommy, she made her money. She doesn't need any more money, so.
Michelle, you know the lives do way better than anything else you're planning tonight, right? When you go out and actually do more, people pay more attention to when you're out and doing things. I'm not even joking.
Well, I mean, I can bring my hotspot with me and stream at Cumbies, but the thing is for some reason my signal strength in Cumbies has not been that good on my phone lately.
I guess she doesn't get it, Dave.
She's not listening.
No.
I'd rather get laid anyway. I think I'm going to get laid tonight. I don't care what it takes.
Well, all you gotta do is open your mouth
exactly
and
like
talk to
Rusty
the
in no
females.
way. What
Hey,
does
is that a
that
girl
mean?
on the road right? No, never mind.
Yeah, she's just walking, selling fruit. There's probably a baby on her back. No baby on her back.
I just don't have a tail on my back. No.
Well, good luck getting laid, Dave. Remember, you got to come with the proof, though. You said you were going to get the evidence and
Good
tell the
morning,
truth.
Grant Gidgey. How you doing today?
Well, why do I have to prove? Why do I have to prove to everyone I'm getting laid?
No, not that. I was talking about what you were talking about. Everybody with Turtle Wow. Jesus
Oh
Christ!
yeah. It's going to be all about truth tonight.
Yeah,
Truth.
you got to come with the truth. Hi, Gidgey.
So, Noodles, you gonna ever talk about what's going on with the secret time travel experiments the government's been doing?
No.
That Gary Franchi brought up on Next News Network. It's in their news section. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. That was really interesting.
So you mean like CNN isn't covering this and Fox and all that?
No. Because they've been told to keep their mouth shut. The Next News Network decided to basically bring it up, as did Redacted. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, who wants to really know the real reason why JoJo has been very silent for the past couple months?
She said she also hasn't been feeling well lately either.
Yeah, that's not true. I'm about to tell the truth on JoJo. Yep.
Macho, I'd rather be horizontal, thank you. I don't really like to stand up all the time.
Stand-up comedians.
There's a disturbance in the forest.
Hey, Noodles, since I'm going out there the 16th to the 18th,
Yeah, the disturbance is when
is there
Noodles
anywhere
blew
to
a
do
fart.
open mic night? Michelle, is there anywhere to do open mic night near you?
The nightlife
no.
by Michelle kind of
That's what I
sucks,
know
to be
of.
honest with you.
So there's nowhere to go to a bar and do open mic or anything like that?
There's
Yeah,
there's just one
disturbance in the
town
force, Noodles.
where you could do all this shit, but the Wi-Fi is horrible out there. Like, there's no signal whatsoever. And that was North Barrington. If you guys go to North Barrington, that's probably the spot that I would go to, but it's just like horrible Wi-Fi.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Great Barrington had horrible cell phone signal, completely terrible for T-Mobile. I couldn't even get a link out there, really.
Yeah, it was weird. It has everything there. That town was awesome. That's Michelle. If you lived there and you could live stream from that place all the time, that would have been awesome, Michelle. I really think that's a great town for you.
That Mexican restaurant was pretty good, actually. Eating outside.
Yeah.
Hey, Grizz has a question, but I got to ask a question first. Did you get rid of the flashlight already?
Me?
Yeah, you got rid of the flashlight already, right?
Yeah, I threw all shit out. I don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried using it, and like,
Nothing's as good as the real thing. I know.
it's just making my hands better too. I don't know.
Yeah,
All the women out there.
It's like the hand is the saddest thing in the world, but it's like it's better than all the toys. And see, these girls that can get away with just using these toys all the time, and we don't have the luxury of using a toy that's as good as a real vagina.
All I need is a purple dinosaur. That's pretty much.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. She only needs her dildo. Me and I'd rather have real punani. I'm sorry.
Mine makes earthquakes.
Earthquakes. When this bed comes a rattling. Anyways. Hey, Dave, you know when Michelle's getting on if you're driving over the houses rocking?
Yeah.
Michelle, yeah. I never caught Michelle masturbating at all, so.
That's good. That's good. At least you didn't have to get the brain bleach and be like, out of here, out of here.
I will say this, Michelle does not wear underwear. Yeah.
Michelle, you don't wear underwear.
I wear underwear. The problem is a lot of the underwears are too big for you, so basically you might as well not be wearing them at all. That's true.
Yeah.
Especially the ones, especially the size 13s, they're like way too big for me now. So like I'm not getting nothing staying covered down. They're too baggy.
So, do you think I should start complaining about no sex? So I think I'm going to start complaining about no sex again.
Okay. That isn't the original reason I tuned into your
Noodles.
podcast,
You
Dave.
should have heard from Yasmin Starr was talking about Virgo romance, right? Tarot reading from Yasay. And she was kind of talking about, well, yeah, Virgo, you're going to find the ultimate relationship. You're going to find the most passionate lover. I'm like, and she described it as like, is that Chris Bush she's talking about?
Maybe.
I'm not against the idea.
I can see that happening.
Just remember, Michelle, Virgo and Aquarius make dust. I know! Or mud. Because Aquarius is the water bearer. It'll just rain all over you. Maybe we can grow flowers out of the dirt. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, that would be kind of interesting.
I had fun with an Aquarius girlfriend once, Michelle.
I had fun with that Aquarius girlfriend once. Really? What was it like?
It was the best. It was the best 2 years I had with a girl ever. Believe it or not.
What was she like, though? I mean, as far as personality-wise.
In a way, she was great because anything I wanted to do, she was down to go and do it. So there you go.
Did she smell down there?
Oh, no, yeah, delicious.
The only thing I know, and they say Virgos are kinky and bad. I don't know if it's entirely false, actually.
Hey, Dave, when I was dating her, I was only 235 pounds. So there you go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did you have longish hair?
Yeah, I did have my longer hair, too. Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's so awesome.
Trust me, that 2 year relationship was the best. And the only
All right,
reason
that's
why
a great question.
the last only 2 years is because her mom and dad.
Outer Wires wants to know why you've been so crabby lately.
Because I need to get laid out on the wire. Go fuck yourself.
You need some punani.
I think he needs some Pusani.
Pusani, yes. Jesus Christ. Dave, you should start calling it that. I need some Pusani.
I need to start deep dicking some hoes.
Deep dick in some hoops. You know, I heard a rumor that there's a lot of hoes in New York.
Yeah, I might actually start calling Cassandra again.
Oh, no. You do what you gotta do.
Noodles,
Yeah,
you can do a
Cassandra.
lot better than Cassandra, trust me. Maybe we got to get you hanging out with Controya J.
Roy and Jay.
Dave, you need to expand your friendship zone with
A
women.
really crazy Virgo lady.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of these fucking chicks hitting on me from other states. Guys, I live in New Jersey. All right, I live in New Jersey. You live in New Jersey, let's fuck. If you don't, see you later. See you later.
How come no New Jersey women have expressed interest in you, though?
I don't know.
That is kind of odd.
Maybe
got
that'd
all
be a
these
great
women
question
from
to
other
ask
countries. You know what I mean?
ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm from New Jersey. I'm looking for a girlfriend. How come I can't find any New Jersey girls that want to date me?
I'm actually thinking about going to glory holes and just getting whatever I can get.
I really think Seasons would be better for Noodles to go back with Seasons. If she's still available.
Yeah, but that's so far away. Why would I want to deal with that?
Yeah, but you guys get along pretty good, though.
Most of his problem is he doesn't open his mouth and talk about what he needs to talk about.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Dave, keep your mouth shut. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
You gotta talk, Dave. You gotta talk. Trust me.
But seriously, what if I do go to a glory hole and I just you get some slut in there that just wants to fuck up?
Well, hopefully you bring condoms. How about that? No more raw dogging for you, okay?
Slut that just won't stop below. A blow slut.
I find it hilarious when
I've had women tell me they like giving blowjobs, but I'm yet to see it in the wild.
You know, I think it's funny when you see them build high rises on top of bridges like that. That high rise is actually built right on top of that bridge that you're under right now.
Michelle, this is the GWB. The GWB, Michelle. Yep.
The GWE, what is that?
George Washington Bridge.
George Washington Bridge.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dave. He wasn't paying attention. I don't know why, but anyways.
She never does.
She gets away with running a whole radio show and not paying attention.
Yeah.
GWB.
It's in the game.
So 134 views, 9 likes, 26 viewers, 21 minute, 43 second engagement. Not bad. Put some more likes in the like jar, guys. Come on.
Hit the like-inator, everybody.
Hit the like-inator, guys.
I want to get this Korean food again. I don't feel like I need Korean food.
I know what you need to do. Go to that Filipino chicken place again and hit on the women in there, Dave.
No. They're Dominicans.
Well, then you need to find the Filipino chicken place and hit on the ladies in there.
Actually, that is an interesting question. I should throw that out. Chat GPT says when it says, ask him when it says. I'll just have to make sure Chat GPT understands this. I'm asking for a friend. I do not live in New Jersey. I'm asking for a friend, a male friend. He lives in New Jersey. He's wondering why he can't find any girlfriends from no women girlfriends from New Jersey. I wonder what Chat GPT would say.
Yeah, let's go get some Korean. I'm fucking hungry. I'm so hungry for this Korean.
Korean fried chicken?
No, I'm gonna get like one of those like seaweed bowls with like all the fucking garbage and shit in it.
Oh, okay. A bowl of pho.
Put some fucking grape leaves in there and stuff like that. Just go to town. Crunch them.
Not too much.
So fucking hungry.
What do you think would ever happen there? You think Sarah Gallo would ever go out with Noodles?
Sarah Gallo can go suck a dick. Sarah Gallo's friends with White Tupac.
I think Sarah's looking to do that, actually, Noodles.
Sarah Gallo's friends with White Tupac in that drinking community over there. That's where she comes from. I told her to come back, but it's really what White Tupac wants. She's a simp for White Tupac, so.
Yeah, I got the impression, too. ChatGPT didn't like Noodles very much.
Yeah.
And my ChatGPT's polite about it, but he thinks you're a gamer. It's funny that ChatGPT thinks you're a gamer.
A gamer?
Yeah.
I never heard that before. A gamer?
No, a man that plays video games. That's what my ChatGPT thought that Noodles was a gamer on YouTube.
I don't play
He's
games.
not a gamer. Well, he does like to play games, but it's not that kind of game.
Noodles, you're playing live action GTA 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Noodles got out of the car and started hijacking somebody? Hey, Tiff.
Someday they're going to come up with a game that's going to be so immersive that some people will never leave
Thank you, Tiff.
Hello, Tiff. Good morning to you.
I bang the shit out of Tiff.
There's a woman for you, Dave.
I know, but she's got a boyfriend.
She's thinking about leaving him anyways.
Well, she got to think real fucking hard, real quick.
Hey, Tiffy, Noodles wants to scoop you up.
She got the perfect bod, this shit. Perfect bod.
Well, anyway, the point is to say it's going to be a nice day to get outside. So, I mean, it's not going to rain. It's not windy. Well, maybe it's windy. I don't know. How windy is it outside? Noodles.
Oh, you want me to tell you in degrees, Michelle?
Yeah, do it in degrees.
Okay. Right now it's 70 degrees outside.
Yeah,
70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah.
Right. How windy is it, though?
The wind gusts are at 10 miles an hour. Very, very pleasant.
Exactly.
They feel like nice, cool breeze, Michelle. Like nice and cooling.
Yeah.
It's a little breezy, Michelle.
So do I need a windbreaker or just go out there like I'm dressed now?
You should be able to make it out there now. I was out there with, well, never mind. That's me. I'll go out in my underwear.
Yeah.
Going to get this Korean food.
Well, definitely gonna go outside, get some wiggles and jiggles in.
Michelle, you ain't getting nothing. Let's be honest.
That's a wiggle and a jiggle.
Well, at least Michelle's good for Michelle's legs because they're getting their strength back.
Yeah.
Well, because I haven't been outside, I know it looks great, but I didn't actually take a look at the inometer to see what the wind speed was.
Out on the wire said a compliment to you. Noodles attracts the women who live far enough away where they don't have to be around him all the time.
Yeah, they pull that shit. It's like fuck that. I'm not dealing with that anymore. Like I don't want to hear it anymore. Guys, give me a break.
New Jersey women only from now on.
Let me ask you a question, Noodles. If you did find a New Jersey woman, would you date one from northern New Jersey or southern New Jersey?
Well, here's the thing. I'm willing to travel about 2 hours. I mean, that's what I travel. I'll do a 2-hour trip, but that's about it. That's about it. No, none of the 3-hour, 4-hour bullshit.
See, that's halfway
You know,
to me.
yeah, but if you want to meet me halfway, I'll do 2 hours. That's it. That's it. Hotel, motel, Holiday
All right,
Inn.
ladies, you hear the new rules. You got to be within 2 hours or willing to meet them halfway.
Let's be realistic. An hour there and an hour back.
Yeah. And 5 hours in the middle.
Yeah, that might be
Like,
possible.
and I want to do disgusting shit, dude. I don't want to do any butt stuff. So don't worry about that. But I just want to let me just wreck that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So what would you want in a lady? What would you want? What kind of
I
a
want a slut.
personality? You know, not looking for somebody that's a little more long-term, monogamous, loyal, trustworthy,
I don't give a
possibly.
shit about that anymore, to be honest with you. I used to at one point, but no.
Really?
That's like
After,
saying you don't care as long as she's
after the
breathing.
people that I've been with, Michelle, no, these people are fucked up. Every single one of them. All right, great. We're at the
See,
Korean
I think
kitchen.
the thing is with me when it comes to relationships, I'm looking long term. I'm thinking of the big game, not the little game. You know. I mean,
So we're at the Korean kitchen.
I wouldn't mind being a trad wife, but I definitely want to make sure the partner I pick is gonna be willing to be loyal to me, trustworthy, kind, has some similar interests.
Okay.
People
That sounds amazing, Michelle.
It's hard to find it though.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, well, it sounds amazing on paper, but as I
See
said,
that,
it's hard to
Dave?
find that.
She wants a ring on her finger.
That's true.
It's kind of like the song there by B.J. Thomas, Whatever Happened to Old Fashioned Love, right? Simple.
Yeah,
that's true.
It pretty much became an endangered species.
The first bowl right there, Dave. That's the one you should get. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I want that. I could get some rolls. You think I should get the bowl?
It's up to you. I would get the bowl.
Michelle, make a pact. If Noodles a single, at 50, then he, you, and Lumi can all get married and have a
Barbecue sauce
threesome.
or hot sauce.
Well, I got a feeling there's another person that's kind of interested in me, and if I'm right, it'll be interesting to see how that's going to go.
I don't know, Michelle.
I'm not self-centered for a relationship. I just happen to be. I'm rightfully just want a specific person.
Don't forget to get
How
a
many
lot of
fool
kimchi too.
understands what I'm talking about? And Hammer and Nails probably does too. I'm not looking for a fling. I'm looking for something that's long-term and enduring.
Yum. Yes, the radish kimchi.
Yeah. Well, guys, it is 7 minutes to 1. I'm going to get ready to head out. And I want to thank you two for being on the show today. And so I'll see both of you guys later on tonight. on the World of Warcraft stream.
Michelle, I'm not doing that, Michelle.
And then don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, is the Discord open panel. So, if you haven't joined the Discord open panel yet...
And your stream did better than her stream. What do you call that?
Yeah, I know, right?
There's the link.
You should try that. Restream it and then be like, you guys, I'm doing a test.
No,
I'm restreaming this.
I don't mind if they're a little bit heavy set. That don't bother me.
I'd laugh if you got like 30 viewers and she's only got 10.
And they don't have to be in their 30s. I mean, I think someone that's a little older might be a little easier for them to understand me a bit better, like in the 40s, mid-40s.
Right.
Male or female. But the point thing is they have to have the chemistry. If they don't got the chemistry, it ain't going to work, period.
So, Michelle, your ideal age range is 40 to 50 or up to 60?
Right.
Okay.
I might go up to 60 because I'm pretty close to 60 too, so. But I mean, there has to be the chemistry. There just has to be the chemistry. If there's no chemistry...
$14 for one person is actually a pretty good deal nowadays.
Oh, yeah. This place is really good. It's out here in Fort Lee, New Jersey. And it's 100% disgusting Korean.
I don't know. Kimchi's always delicious. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
And it gives you,
all right,
it helps keep you regular.
Flu. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop out. You guys can talk amongst yourselves for a while.
Okay, Michelle. Thanks for everything, Michelle. Thanks for giving my channel a shout out.
I'm just going to drop out. You guys can keep talking amongst yourselves.
Hang on, Michelle. Don't forget to give Noodle's channel a shout out.
Okay. Yeah, don't forget to check out Noodle's channel, guys. He does do a good job on it. I'm not against his channel.
There you go, Nick.
All right, so I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves in this panel. I'm just gonna drop out. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let them keep talking, and they can hang out together. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice day outside. I'm gonna definitely go. Saturday night is gonna be mild enough that we could maybe try to do a Discord using a portable studio concept. So we'll see what we can do with that. Do you want to go to blessing? Yes. Happy Easter, everybody, and thank you all for being here, and may you all have a happy Easter. And take advantage of the good weather, guys, because there's going to be at least 10 days of it. The service is done. Go out there in peace, love, have a good time, and party on, dude. Party on, dude, and we'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.